Chip Wilson here, along with my co-host Alex Flores, as you can see above me. We've got a spicy new show coming in for you guys. So, just as usual, if you got any questions, make sure to type it into the Twitch chat. We'll try to address those at the end of the show in our Q&A session. Since, let's just try and jump right into this.
All right.
The third episode of One Nation.
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I was born ready for this. This is my life.
As is mine. All right. So first question. Let's hop right into the first topic. You watched Seahawks Cardinals game yesterday, right?
Absolutely.
Of course, everyone did. 6-6 in overtime. And you saw at the end, both kickers they choked on field goals to win the game. What do you think about it? Do you think there's wind in the University of Phoenix Stadium that is causing the kickers to miss these? Those are two chip shots.
There's probably a little bit of a circular wind going in because I would say that maybe a little bit of, I don't know whether it was clockwork or any clockwise. Or, shoot, it's clockwise or.
You baked.
But, I can't think of the clockwise. I can't think of it right now.
Counterclockwise.
Counterclockwise. I don't know which way it's going, but I'm pretty sure that there's some sort of wind circular cycle going through there, and it's probably knocking off the kickers. But honestly, I don't think it's a deal that they need to deal with. I think that it's something that coaches need to take into account before they go to the games. How about you?
Well, personally, this opens up a broader question: Is the NFL rigged? And I think it is. I think every league out there is rigged. Personally, for example, if you.
If you don't mind, Alex, could you just mute your microphone for the rest of the show so that I can actually talk and actually hear something worthwhile?
I mean, let's start off. Look at the stadium, right? University of Phoenix. How many letters are in Phoenix?
Oh my God.
7.
Folks, feel free to just shut up this for 5 minutes. He's gonna go on about it. Oh my God.
All right, fine. I do think.
I'll try to rein us back in here.
I do think that there's some. I think the kickers just choked into the pressure. I don't think there's any wind. It's an inside stadium. There's not gonna be any wind inside the stadium. So I feel like the kickers were just bad. But at the same time, the NFL is rigged. If you want to hear us talk about the NFL being rigged, let us know. That's a whole nother topic. We might have to bring in a special guest for that.
Well, I'm gonna have to say that I don't think the NFL is rigged because both kickers missed it. They're not really giving anyone advantage.
But what if they had to both miss it because they needed them to tie for the standings to work out the way the NFL wanted it?
I don't think that's true.
Well, agree to disagree.
I mean, there's plenty of games left, and I don't think that that would have enough of an impact where they'd have both kickers miss it at this point in the season. Well, if they wanted the standings to work out the way they wanted it to, there's much easier ways than making 2 kickers miss field goals. And I'd have to say that there had to be some sort of wind because after watching the video, it looked like the ball was going straight, and then all of a sudden it just cut left at one point. It was it looked like there was some breeze they hit it.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but that's what it just seemed like it from where I was. So I'm gonna guess that there's some sort of wind pattern going on there.
I don't know. I feel like both the kickers are just bad. Who even are the kickers for these teams?
Well, at least they're not Blair Walsh,
Cardinals kicker. Let's look it up. Oh, Lord. Oh, Cantizero. Never mind. Cantizero's the GOAT. Take back everything I just said. Cantizero, he's a great kicker.
You like him more than you like Hauschka?
Yeah, Cantizero's the GOAT.
Hauschka is the GOAT.
No.
Cantizero is definitely not the GOAT. Oh,
Get out of here. Get out of here.
How do you feel about the throne of Gostowski being taken down this year? He used to be, the top kicker in the league for years. Now all of a sudden he's no longer up there as the number 1 kicker, just dominating the league.
I mean,
how do you feel about
he's still worth $11 in fantasy auction, if that's what you're asking me. I'll take him for 11. I'll take him for 13 any day.
Okay.
It's just simple.
So you think that
he's just having a lull.
He's still the king.
Yeah, he's still the king.
Still the king.
He's still the king.
Yeah, you would say that Smeb's not taken over yet. You know what?
No, you're wrong. All right,
Okay.
move on to the next topic. What's so your final opinion? You do think there's some wind patterns going on here?
Yeah, I think that there's some sort of wind pattern and it's knocking it around. Something's going on in the stadium where it's just circling around.
All right. Well, yeah, I don't think there. I think it was just a coincidence, but the NFL's still rigged.
Okay.
All right, topic two. The recent DDoS attacks on popular websites like Twitter, Reddit, many news channel websites were also taken down by these attacks. Oh, what do you think about the like it happened I think a couple days ago, maybe last week, and now they're threatening to do it again on election day?
Well, I'll just let you handle this for now because I just want to hear your opinion before I can,
All right.
just throw in
Interesting.
my argument.
All right, so they were talking about how you had to or they were talking about they're going to take down like all the news channel websites and all like any news source on election day and pretty much just shut America down on knowing what was happening, which would be pretty interesting to see if they could actually pull it off because I don't think it affected Minnesota that much, but it shut down the entire East Coast and West Coast like when they did it last week. So if they do it on election day, it will kind of send it into chaos.
Well, I don't think that the DDoS attacks will be able to get into like the election network. So I
Yeah,
don't think that they'll be able to shut down the voting. I mean, sure, they might be able to like take down some news outlets so that people can't hear about the votes, but
yeah.
the people will still be voting who they want to vote for no matter what. I
I,
don't think it'll have a huge impact on the votes, but it could have an impact on, just because it doesn't seem like they're going to be slowing down. So this could become a more and more common thing in the future.
mm-hmm.
So we might just have to get used to random moments where all of a sudden social media networks are taken down or news networks.
All right. Oh, honestly, like I'm just kind of confused how random people can just kind of take down massive news like networks, or random kids can just kind of take down news networks just like by DDoSing them. It just seems kind of random, kind of
Well, yeah,
non-professional.
DDoSing. The DDoSing is where I'm pretty sure I had this right, where they get like a small virus into a bunch of people's computers where it's not actually noticeable
Mm,
until like they turn it on, and all of a sudden they'll have like 20,000 computers that can attack like one network at once.
all they do is they just send a bunch of files to one computer, like one, like
Yes, but don't they need like multiple computers to send those files? Like, don't they
I
have
have
like
no idea. I don't know the specifics of
I,
it.
I think that they find a way to set up programs in like thousands of computers across the country where they don't actually do anything, so the antivirus doesn't take them down. But all of a sudden, like if they want to, they can just have them send in emails from like their IP. I don't know like how they do it, but I'm pretty sure that they find a way to utilize everyone else's computers to like do their stuff and attack these networks.
Yeah. Well,
So I don't think it's something that can really be prevented.
I feel like well, there's like cybersecurity firms. Like, wouldn't they be able to like protect these massive like news networks?
Well, do you think that Twitter doesn't hire a cybersecurity firm?
Yeah, but how do you like if it was that easy, just like to get a bunch, just like oh, I'm gonna DDoS Twitter, but take it all down. Like there
That
has to be
probably takes some preparation.
there has to be some big time like I don't know. There's got to be something going on. Too many
Well,
people
all
just
right.
manning it, you know. All right, topic.
All right.
Well, actually, I got a question right here from the chat. Let's see. It's from oh Stowe 74. He's gonna be asking, is Brock Osweiler elite? I'll let you take that one first.
God, no. Absolutely not. Next question.
I
Brock
mean,
Osweiler is not elite, absolutely will never be elite. He's simply a mediocre quarterback on a high caliber team.
I mean, yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
How are you gonna argue a point? He averages an 80 passer rating, 80.9 passer rating. That's up there with the best. I'm gonna go ahead and look up Brady's passer rating. Let's see, Tom Brady. His passer, it's 96. So like, it's pretty much the same, you know. 96 overall and 80 overall, like it's the same.
I would say that an 80 overall is actually like a B minus, which is just very slightly above average if you're looking at that grade curve. So that just means he's simply not elite. He's a mediocre quarterback. He doesn't deserve a second look. He doesn't deserve my thought of mind to think about him. That's how unelite he is. Not to mention that Tom Brady isn't only elite based on himself. He's got the best coach in the league, helping him out. So I'd have to say that that's part of why he has a 96 passer rating.
All right, all right. Some of these questions are pretty great. Oh my god, we'll get to these questions in the Q&A at the end. I don't. There's a time and place for these. All right, let's move on. Topic number 3, the one we've all been waiting for. Not really, but the current rise of esports. I'll hide that graphic. The rise of esports currently. I'd just like to know your thoughts about it in the first place.
Well, personally, I'm a big fan of esports. I play some League of Legends. I've played some CS:GO, so I think that it's great that they're coming back onto the scene.
Mm-hmm.
They're slowly just taking over a niche, as I would like to think.
Some people will call it niche, by the way, just so people niche.
Where people that aren't just interested in sports can go to watch their favorite competitive teams at a high caliber level. So I think it's a great thing. I'm just wondering how long it will take for it to be more commonly accepted,
mainstream. Yeah, because it's definitely not commonly accepted right now. A lot of people are heavily against it.
I mean, if you go to YouTube and you look up news networks here about esports, there's a lot of flaming going on about oh, they're not athletes. I mean, sure they might. I would say that they're not.
I wouldn't call them athletes.
I'd say that they're professional competitors.
Yeah, exactly. I like the way you put it. I actually have an image here. Talks about how the popularity. I'm gonna put it right here.
It's in a similar boat to poker, where they're not actually athletes, but they
exactly
competitive event.
Exactly. So this right here, it talks about the viewers for all these compared esports compared to all these more traditional sports, and it's actually kind of surprising. How 32 million people watched the league championship in 2 or 3 years ago. 2013, so 3 years ago. And compared to 26.4 watched the BCS National Championship, and 26.3 million watched the NBA Finals Game 7. I think it's kind of crazy. No one really respects it as a sport or a mainstream event, but yeah, they're racking in all these viewers.
I'd have to say that it has a lot to do with the shifts in generations, because all the parents and the people who own news networks that actually talk about professional sporting events tend to be older, and they grew up in a time where esports wasn't really a thing unless there's competitive Pong. I don't know. And so they're just haven't mentioned it, and so it's not really gaining the type of recognition that it deserves, because the older generations just tend not to accept esports as a whole.
That's very true. It's very foreign to them, just like how technology is foreign to many of the older people today. Your grandparents, they don't like to get into the phones.
By the way, just to let you guys know, we are very accepting of our older.
Oh, of course, of course. We're always accepting in here.
Appreciate people of all ages coming here to get educated.
All ages, all races, anything.
And just a side note, was season 3, was that the season when Dyrus pulled a Shaco and backstabbed PewDiePie?
That was either
I think it was
season 3 or season 2. I don't remember.
I think that was the season.
I don't know. That might have to be another. I don't have any research on that. I think an important note here, it's 8.5 million concurrent viewers. And so I think a lot of reason for a lot of reason for it being that high of a viewership is it's over a full, how many is 5 or 6 hours, where these are only 3 hours. At the most. A football game or a basketball game, that's 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours. Where this could go up to probably 7 hours at the most. A league championship can go up to 7 hours, which is pretty crazy.
It goes to the best of 5.
There,
I mean, this this league championship for this year isn't going to take very long because it's going to be an absolute smash.
Oh, we'll
But
see.
the season, different seasons could take longer depending on how far into the series they go. But honestly, I suspect that this season's World Championship won't take more than 3 hours, just because the pounding that Samsung Galaxy is about to receive.
All right. Well, I think that pretty much covers that topic. Are you ready to move on to the chat Q&A?
I'd say that I'm ready to move on.
All right. Let's hop into the chat Q&A, where you guys can go ahead and ask us some questions down in the chat. Let's see ones we've already had asked. One viewer asked, who has the most noodle-like legs that you know of? I mean, is that really even a question? I'm going to have to nominate my boy Noah Lidner for the most noodle-like legs I know. I don't think it's a competition.
Throwing it out there, I'd have to say that Noah Lindner, and then my main man, Colin Buck, he's got some noodle-like legs, so Noah Lindner's not alone in this boat. There's a few other people in the world that just don't have any calf muscles.
Yeah, Noah's definitely not one of them. Noah's definitely the number one.
Yeah,
Alright.
he's probably the number one, but you're not alone, Noah. There's other people with problems similar to you.
Alright.
Okay.
So, another question. Joe Flacco Elite wants to know about how continents are shifting at an alarming rate, and India will be within 50 miles of the US by the year 3030.
I mean, that's okay. I like Indian food. They keep getting closer. Wait a second. What'd they say?
They said
It'll be within
50 miles.
50 miles of where?
Of the US by 3030.
Oh, so it's just gonna go straight through China. Yeah, I think that'll be interesting because the earthquakes when India just goes straight through China. It'll be kind of a unique scenario when the continent just goes straight through it. But other than that, it'll be an interesting thing to watch because I'm planning on watching it because I'm never gonna die. So it'll just be a unique scenario when our countries collide.
I'm excited for it.
Cultures, mix.
I'm always excited for it. You'll have to write me a postcard or something when you're there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next question.
It won't be that difficult to get there. You just have to walk from California across the border.
Well, if maybe it'll keep on going, and India will be right next to Minnesota. It'd be walking distance then.
Oh, that's true.
All right.
God, then we won't have to deal with North Dakota anymore.
You just lost all of our North Dakotian viewers. How do you feel?
Honestly, I'm surprised that even one of them has a computer up there.
All right, next question. This has been on everyone's minds. How do you feel? How do you feel about premature mustaches?
No such thing as a premature mustache. God,
It's a hard word. It's a hard.
No such thing as a premature mustache.
Oh, there definitely is.
Growing a mustache, no matter how dirty it is, go for it. You've got my blessing. I got my man out there. His name is Joe Naithani. Some might say that he had a premature mustache, but it came in full the first time. First time, and it looked nice. And it's contributed to the way that I see him up until now,
That's true.
You just gotta give it a chance.
How do you feel about mustaches in 7th grade?
If you can grow a mustache in 7th grade, that actually people can tell that it's a mustache, you should be tested for beaver steroids.
Oh my god.
Unless you got held back like 3 years. And you're actually like a 17-year-old in 7th grade.
Oh my god.
That'd be interesting.
Alright, one question. It's not a chat question. Are you going to be participating in No Shave November? You're going to grow out a beard.
I might go for like 2 weeks.
The
problem is that, it doesn't go in very high up, so I could grow a nice handlebar mustache. It's just that it wouldn't come in like an actual beard. It would need some trimming if I tried to participate in No Shave November. So I'll try it first and we'll see how it goes, but I'm not going to guarantee the full month. How about you, Alex?
We'll see how it goes. We'll see if any Peach Fuzz comes in, because then if it does, it's going to have to go. If it comes in together, then I might leave it. Yeah, if it comes in together, I'm leaving it. I just had to add a graphic to the screen. If you want to tweet at us using hashtag test the main, um, we'll get beaver steroids test as you were saying. Because
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
aware of some people that did have a mustache in 7th grade that to your standards, they need to be tested.
Yeah, it's a big problem throughout the United States that too many people are just taking beaver steroids at a young age, being forced to by their parents. We're trying to put athletic pressures on them to, be a 17-year-old at the age of 13 physically, and it's just causing problems in middle schools.
That's true. There's too many just godlike athletes plaguing these middle schools that are getting held
There's
back.
too many middle schoolers that have voices that sound like the Allstate guy.
I don't think that's
There's
true.
too many of them.
That's not true at all.
There's too many of them.
That's just not true at all.
They gotta get tested. They gotta get tested.
Alright, I guess that's the theme of they gotta get tested. That'll be the title of this episode. Even though we haven't had titles, I'm adding a title to this one.
Major problem in the United States. It's an epidemic, I would say. An epidemic.
Epidemic. Well, I guess on that note, is there any other questions? I don't think there's any other good questions. Like, all these other questions in the chat are pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie. Or not fit to be on One Nation. Oh my god.
Not everything makes the cut, On a high premium podcast such as this one, not everything's just gonna make the cut. So don't feel bad if your question doesn't get addressed.
That's true. Alright, so for next week, all you gotta do, you gotta follow us on Twitter, tweet at us any questions you have, maybe have some suggestions. Hey, Bethany's here. Bethany's here. Yes.
We're making a podcast right now.
Bethany. Classic. I mean, that's the way to end it off, right?
Yeah. So make sure to tune into us either 6:30 Central Time next week, Monday.
We'll let you know on Twitter.
And this is Ben Wilson, out.
See ya.
Let's build a happy little cloud. Let's build some happy little trees. There are no limits here. You start out by believing here. You can almost paint with anything. All you have to do is practice. There are no limits here. You start out by believing here. This is your world. You're the creator. Find freedom on this canvas. Believe that you can do it. Cause you can do it. Give it a little touch. Give it a little push. Make love to the canvas. Give it a little touch. Give it a little push. Push. Caress it. Very gentle. Grab it. Lift it. Fluff it. You can go on and on and on. Back and forth. Back and forth. Layer after layer after layer. Let's build a happy little cloud. Let's build some happy little trees. There are no limits here. You start out by believing here. This is your world. You're the creator. Find freedom on this canvas. Believe that you can.